about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
The wait is almost over. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show is the hottest event in the area, coming to Lincoln's Air Park on Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. Elevate your air show experience with tickets to the premium seating tent, padded seats, meals, and more for just $125. Premium tickets are going fast, so buy yours today. To purchase premium tickets and for more information, visit LincolnAirShow.com. We'll see you at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show in late August.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Shaping up to be another hot summer-like day as we'll see a high of around 95. Southeast winds will try to cool you down some, gusting 20 to 25 this afternoon. Tonight we'll drop down to a low of around 66. We will keep the heat in place tomorrow for your Wednesday. Partly sunny with a high of 93. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me short. Look at me short. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley,
who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakovic.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Happy Tuesday from the College World Series. He is DP Derek Pearson. I am Jake Sorensen filling in for the captain. The black shirt is also injured. The captain's out today, but we are live at Blur Party's tailgate, 12th and Cass, just 2 blocks south of the stadium. We got a great view of it here. Come on by today. We are here from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the Blur tailgate. What does that get you? Well, doors open at 10:30, DP. We're here early. We are here early. That's what we do. That's what we do.
That's what we do, bro.
If you want to come, we got an all-inclusive bar and buffet, 18 TVs showing live baseball games, multiple seating options, including a hammock. It is wonderful over there. They've got an ice tub for your feet. They've got beer pong. They've got bean bags, cornhole, whatever you want to call it. They got both of those. They got a shot ski over there. And then if you want to get tickets today, they still have tickets. They got a $69 package which gets you lunch and dinner buffet, soda, water, and a cash bar. Also, for $99, you get lunch and dinner, soda, water, beer, wine, and cash bar. And then for $119 for the whole day, lunch and dinner buffet, soda, water, beer, wine, mixed drinks, the whole shebang. BlurParties.com/Omaha is the place to go for that. But here we are. It's our third day here. It is now, what is this, day 5 of the CWS, began on Friday of last week. LSU will play again today. They lost to Wake Forest last night, 3-2. LSU back in action back-to-back days.
It's rematch Tuesday. Let's run it back Tuesday. So both of these matchups, especially early game, this is a rematch of the great comeback by Oral Roberts. So these teams are familiar. You got the Aces in tow. They've been on 3 days rest. We'll find out what the coaching philosophy is on third day or fourth day rest starters in this, and what's an elimination game. So I would imagine all hands on deck, everybody's available, because if you don't win today, there's no need to worry about tomorrow. Second game, also a rematch game, and that LSU is familiar.
That's right.
So I look, this is one of those days where the College World Series begins to get its real identity. You've got 2 teams that had the day off.
That's right.
They did what they were supposed to do. They came in, they faced 2 opponents, they got their wins, they get a day off to rest, recover, recharge, get themselves real. But here's the other thing. Think about it today. As a coach and as a player, if you've got it going on, you don't want the day off. You don't want mentally you want the day's rest. But the fact that you're playing well, you want to keep going. These matchups today are fire, man. Elimination Tuesday. It's always like somebody's going home today.
2 teams are going home today.
Let's get through the first one, because I think that's the story, that Oral Roberts played poorly for 7 innings.
Yep.
And still managed to win. That's the whole thing for today, is that no matter who starts well, everybody's going to feel like they got 9 innings to get this thing done. 27 outs, man. Your season's riding on it.
Well, even that, DP, you mentioned they come back in game 1 for Oral Roberts, but in game 2, their second game, which they lost to Florida, they were down 5-1 and came back and lost, I believe, by 1 run, 5-4 in that game to Florida. So TCU, Oral Roberts at 1 p.m., 6 p.m. tonight. You have LSU, who lost to Wake Forest 3-2 last night against Tennessee, who overcame a 4-0 deficit to beat Stanford 6-4 yesterday. That is your 2 matchups here today.
Are you surprised that Tennessee is still here?
I'm not.
Right? Like, we're not surprised by anybody that, like, if Oral Roberts wins today, I don't think anybody's surprised anymore. They're you can no longer call them Cinderella. Look, if you're playing amongst the Giants and you have folks on their heels, it's not Cinderella.
If you can make it through the regionals and the super regionals, I don't care if you're the 4 seed in the supers or not. If you're here, you deserve it. You are playing some good baseball. I mean, every game's been good so far. There's not been a 10-0 blowout after game was over early on. Every game has been in question in the 9th inning, and that is the absolute dream for fans who are going to the games, those watching on TV, those making the trip to Omaha, those watching with us at Blurred Parties. If there's drama in the ninth inning, then that's a good tournament. And every game so far has had some sort of drama in the ninth inning. We are perfect so far through that.
Yeah, and you've had some chaos. You had some manager hiccups where managers forgot, situation.
Yep.
Also lost the rules. Players on the field lost track of what they should be doing and what their focus is. But, yeah, this is that time where legacies are built, and you can change your program. Oral Roberts is changing its program as we stand, right? Recruiting becomes easier for Oral Roberts over the next 6 months. Transfer portal opens up again, and guess what? Oral Roberts becomes a school of choice. The same thing applies for Wake Forest. Same thing applies. Stanford's tough to get in, so transfer portal doesn't really work for them. Not everybody has those.
That's
Stanford.
why it's impressive that they make it here. The portal doesn't work for Stanford. They're just get off the bat.
Well, that's the thing that this time of year does for college athletics. It makes you recenter your narrative and your conversation, because if Stanford can get people in the transfer portal, if Oral Roberts can get people in the transfer portal, then Nebraska should be able to get athletes in the transfer portal, because those are two ends of the spectrum, two entirely different ends of the spectrum, and two entirely different philosophies. So Tennessee being here, Stanford being here, Wake Forest being here, LSU being here, even in a change. Think about this. Nebraska went through it in the transition from Coach Osborne to everybody after that. And you think, well, that's natural to having one of the GOATs and then having them leave the program and having to refocus. Well, Skip Bertram is one of the baseball GOATs. He set up LSU for every level of success. Everything that they do is a Skip Bertram thing. And yet, with another coach, a decade later, LSU's back here. So it shows confidence. You can get here. You can get this thing done. Everybody here is a story of success. Now you have to, if you're Nebraska, you need to pay attention. If you're Creighton, you need to pay attention. And it's what we talked about on the way up here yesterday. Can you imagine this place if Nebraska or Creighton actually figured out a way to get here?
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was watching today. I follow a Twitter account that kind of goes back in the day about events in history, and it showed Nebraska back when they were in the World Series, but it was at Rosenblatt over by the Omaha Zoo over here.
Yeah.
And Andy Gertz hit a 3-run home run to take the lead, and the place was explosive, and that was in the old Rosenblatt. We've never seen Nebraska, besides against Creighton, over at play in Charles Schwab Field. And they've never been out, been there. But I guess they were for the Big Ten tournament.
The Big Ten tournament.
They were. And there was good fans there. But that's not the real thing. That's not the CWS. If they were a team that got through a regional and a super, and they're playing here, they're among the 8 best teams in baseball. Oh, my gosh.
Well,
the state would be on fire even more than it is right now.
But that leads to ask, right, how far is Nebraska baseball from, again, you're in the championship series for the Big Ten Conference.
Right.
So we're not talking about, a monumental leap. We're talking about some base things being done well, right? If they figure out a way to beat Maryland twice, which they should be able to do and have done in the past, right?
Feasible.
Right? This is doable. So in your mind, how far is Nebraska from winning the Big Ten Conference? Because that's how they're going to get at least into the tournament, and then how far away are they from the Great Eight?
I think this year's a little painful, DP, because you look at you had 2 very, 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 very good players in Bryce Matthews and Max Anderson, who were seen as All-American players because they were that good. Max Anderson batted above 400 this year. Bryce Matthews had a little slump at the end, but he was still an extremely good player all year long with home runs, RBIs. Those 2 are some of the best infielders in the entire country, and you still didn't do much with that. I mean, you did make the Big Ten tournament. You did win a game there. You didn't go over, but that just shows that you can get good players here. I mean, if Oral Roberts can make the CWS, why can't Nebraska?
Well, that really is what this is for. for Nebraska fans is to evaluate, to measure, to recalculate what you need to do. And think about it. Bryce Matthews will go into the draft currently projected late 3rd, 4th round. Max Anderson late 5th, 6th round. And to have 2 of those players, well, that's LSU kind of talent, because LSU have 2. They have 2 of the top 5 prospects in the Major League draft. Virginia has 2 of the top 12. Stanford has 2 of the top 18. Tennessee has 2 of the top 25. So everybody here has 2. The question is, then what happens for Nebraska beyond those 2? And remember, you have to replace those 2 next year.
That's right. They're both gone.
How is that possible? How is that going to be done? Is that transfer portal? Is that development? What is that? And is it reasonable? Is it possible in your mind?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, you don't just get guys like Max Anderson and Bryce Matthews off the street. I mean, they those guys were developed well. They were good players coming in, and I give kudos to the staff for developing them even further. But it is a combination of recruiting, and it is in the transfer portal. Now, they made some changes. Rob Childress, who's been a very successful pitching coach here in the past, went to A&M, was a good head coach, was an assistant this year, more of a kind of a director of operations in that capacity. He's now your pitching coach, which I think excites Nebraska fans who saw under his leadership in the past this program make the CWS.
Why is that so? What does Rob Childress bring to the table? What does he bring to the table?
A lot of experience, a lot of respect, and probably to a certain extent ability in recruiting, I would say, to bring some players here.
Is that to lead us to, we expect a better pitching staff, better pitching talent next year through the transfer portal over the next couple of months? Because that's what it's going to take.
They need it, yeah. And I look back at 2 years ago. I mean, so this year was fine. Last year was a disappointment. 2 years ago, Nebraska was very close to making a super regional. I mean, they were in a super regional. They lost to Arkansas in that tournament,
right.
But that's a team that had Cade Povich, very good pitcher now, is pitching at a minor league level very successfully. They had they had Roach, they were the pitcher. They had Schwellenbach at both shortstop and pitching, throwing 98 miles per hour.
Right.
I mean, that team proved that, hey, Nebraska can compete with the big boys. They didn't make it to the CWS, but they beat Arkansas in a game. They were pushing them late in that 3rd game and lost. But they proved that, hey, we have the potential to do this. And then they laid an egg last year, and this year again they weren't bad. They probably weren't as good as they should have been. But 2 years ago is what you go to give you the hope that we can get to this level.
Yeah, it seems to me, and I guess we're burying the lead when it comes to what it takes to get here. I would ask the question, not only does Rob Childress make the pitching staff better, but does he make the coaching staff better?
Makes you stand up straighter. Does it makes you straighten up your posture when you're walking right? Doesn't it?
Listen, great coaching. All of the teams here possess 4 deep coaching staffs.
Yes,
that are loaded. For all 4 program leads under one roof. Like each of them, they have a pitching. I mean, think about it, what they're doing with their pitching staffs and the level and depth of the talent they have to compete in a tournament, double elimination tournament situation where everybody's on call and on point. Everybody has to be recharged and rebooted. Everybody has to get through a decent recovery. And you're doing it against the best offenses in college baseball.
Right.
So if Childress comes aboard, can he elevate Lance Harvell? Can he elevate Will Bolt? And then can he elevate them together enough for Nebraska not only to get talent, but then to develop that talent into Big Ten champions and then somebody capable of winning a super regional to get to Omaha?
Right. I mean, there's a lot of things. They all have to come together. But when you see the stories – like a small school in Oral Roberts making it all the way here, it's defying odds as a 4 seed to win their regional, win their super. If you get hot at the right time, anything can happen, right? Sometimes there's been some great teams that are great the whole year. They cool off when it matters most, and they get upset. That's why you have an Oral Roberts at the advantage, because they upset the 1 seed who who faltered at the wrong time, and they
You
got
have to
hot at
be
the right
Yeah,
time.
you look.
It's hard to do that.
There
though.
are tons of teams. I mean, there's some teams sitting at home right now.
Yep.
That were top 5 seeds
Absolutely.
in the country, and they didn't make it to Omaha.
Nope.
So getting hot at the right time, getting the right players hot during the right time. And then the thing that fades now, this time of year in college baseball, is the pitching staff. It's the mid-pitching staff. Closers are closers, right? They're used to being in that situation, high volume, high fluidity. But then it's the mid guy who comes in and it needs to provide a hold. They just simply need to get you through. And what we've seen in all of these games, close late inning games, is that those mid-hold folks aren't holding.
Yeah.
Because they're facing the best hitters from the opposing team. And listen, we used to always say that come tournament time, the bottom 3 of the order is just as important as the top 3. The bottom 3 of the order have to produce against top-level pitchers throwing at their top in crucial moments. You cannot have offers at the bottom of in the bottom 3 of your lineup. And that's what you're watching in the case of these. I mean, look, we've seen the bottom 3 of the order change the game.
Sure.
So, yeah, I love baseball, and I love elimination baseball because all rules are off. Like, there are no rules to managing today for in an elimination game. If I've got a player that I think can help with sometime, like today, you could win the game in the 4th inning. You could win the game in inning 6. You could win the game in inning 8. It is not necessarily, hey, run your closer in the 9th inning to get you the final 3 outs. You may need that closer's 3 outs in the 6th inning just to give you more time to recover, recuperate, and score some more runs.
Right.
You may need to pull a regular player to get an at-bat off your bench in a crucial bases loaded or 2-on situation where the game could be decided. All bets are off today. This is baseball run amok. It's full chaos. It's the best day of baseball. It's a Game 7 type situation where everything goes. And then, oh, by the way, my season could end, but I can't set my ship on fire because if I get it right, then I have to load again. And guess what? You don't get a day off.
Nope.
You're going to play a team who had the day off today.
That's right. Wake
and
Forest in Florida.
who may have their ace sitting on a massage table right now, recharging with smoothies and getting rubbed down. Yeah, you're going to face a dude tomorrow.
And in the sake of Florida, they'll have 2 days off.
Florida
played Sunday and Friday, and they have off yesterday, off today. They play again tomorrow in the winners bracket.
Oof, bruh, like this is going to be like, and I'm impressed. I have to say, again, driving by, you see fans in line.
Yes.
At 9:30, right? At 9 o'clock, they're in line. I was curious what would happen. What was the crowd going to be like today? Well, we find out. There are special groups coming today. There'll be as many people under this tent than we've had. It'll be spectacular to watch. We'll get to meet new fans and friends. They're handing out goodies as we speak.
Here?
They're handing out goodies
Miller
as we speak.
Electric.
That's it.
Miller Electric.
Miller Electric.
On the
We're
scene.
going to have to talk to them and see if we can get some ticket playing.
I
cards.
was told that they're going to have a huge group here today. Miller Electric
That's
is showing
wonderful.
up for the Blur Parties tailgate here.
Well, I'll have to find out who your person is who does these because we need some of these for the radio station.
We do. We need these.
Yeah. We've got some talent now. We'll have to talk about that.
All right.
Well, we'll get to know them as well over the course
will.
of the day. Again, we'll all be here until 12 midnight tonight. So we'll be here till 6, but the tent is open until midnight. Lots going on. Jake Sorensen, take us to break.
All right. When we come back again, we are live at the Blur tailgate at Hilton Omaha. Buy your tickets at blurevents.com/Omaha. Hang with us, as DP said. They're open till midnight. We're here till 6. Come hang out. Drinks, food, buffet, everything. Ice bath. We got 18 TVs. It's the party spot 2 blocks south of Charles Schwab Field. We'll be back with more next on this special edition of The Captain Live from Blur Parties on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to NovotnyNutritionandWellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum. Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carryout, or schedule catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the shuffleboard corner for just $5 and get your first drink on the house. Come on Sundays for open house league all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an ExactEmerge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
Guys, it's that time again. Another 10-week challenge at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping is starting on July 8th. I joined Farrell's a little over a year ago, and with their help, I've lost over 125 pounds and can confidently say I'm in the best shape of my life. The 10-week challenge combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching in a way that is approachable and achievable for any skill level. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off the cost of enrollment. Head to theticketfm.com and click on the banner on the homepage to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 70th and Vine or 40th in Yankee Hill.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Shaping up to be another hot summer-like day as we'll see a high of around 95. Southeast winds will try to cool you down some, gusting 20 to 25 this afternoon. Tonight we'll drop down to a low of around 66. We will keep the heat in place tomorrow for your Wednesday. Partly sunny with a high of 93. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back here in Omaha. He is DP. I am Jake Sorensen, filling in for the captain and the black shirt and Bach. It's what happens. It's this time of year. Things happen. People are busy. Bach's with the CWS. Vershawn is busy with some family stuff. Farley's taking care of his knee, which you hurt the other day.
Yeah, well, Jay is coaching today.
Yep.
Strick is recovering today.
Yes,
so, me, you, and Rico.
This is what we do.
Let's do it.
That's why
Buckle up, boys.
Yes, and if you're curious, hey, where are you guys at? If you haven't been tuning in, we are live just south of Charles Schwab Field at the Blur Parties tailgate. You asked me, what does that mean, Jake? I'll tell you what that means, DP.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lunch buffet starting up at 11 o'clock, goes till 2. We got dinner going from 4 to 7. Also here, 18 TVs. If you have the all-access pass for $119 all day long, it's from 10:30, which is right now, until midnight. Get you lunch and dinner buffet, soda, water, beer, wine, and mixed drinks, all in that cost. All you can eat, all you can drink. $99 gets you everything besides the mixed drinks. And you get wine still and beer and cash bar. Beyond that, $69 gets you lunch, dinner buffet covered, and then you can pay for gets you soda, water, and cash bar. That is tickets at blurevents.com/Omaha. You can purchase them at the door if you'd like.
Yep.
We're at 12th and Cass.
But they prefer that you actually go to their website, go to blurparties.com. You'll be able to find this. Listen, Rico's he's found competition.
He has.
One of the groups has come in, and you've seen the social media clips of the two guys sitting, and there's a pendulum that swings and a peg. And you move your peg every time you swing the pendulum. It lands on the opposing person's peg.
Okay.
Then you move your personal peg, and I think it's the first to 5. But if they get it, they move it back. Rico is in full competition.
Is anyone surprised that Rico gets here 5 minutes ago? He's already playing a game.
I think he won.
Now, I wasn't here Friday.
I think he won.
I saw Rico post up in the hammock over there on Friday.
Yeah, he got in the hammock. Do we send Grace and Bella over to the hammock? Do we need that? We need that content.
We might
right?
have to get them in the hammock.
Right, we need that content. Or we need them with their feet in the tub.
That's possible.
Right? Like we need to show that off.
The early tub.
Well, let's do that. So, hey, Rico, what we need Bella and Grace to do 2 things. One, before everybody gets here, because I do not want them to get any foot fungus sort of situation. So if we can get them into the ice tub early, into the feet tub, and then into the hammock. So we need to get them in before it gets too busy, and maybe
that's your job.
Maybe playing some of the games that they're there. Can you manage
get
that?
some footage of that.
Right, and make sure that happens, and then also to have them go over, to be a part of the Guinness Book World Records, and send them around, and at least document some of the Jell-O shots
At
for
Rocco's.
us. To go to Rocco's, document some of it because it's happening now. They've set a new record. Several things have happened. Todd Graves went in and bought 6,000 shooters. Look, he spent $30,000 to get the record. Okay, ballers. That's how we're going to do this. Think about this. LSU, 21,400 Jell-O shots over the course of this. Wake Forest is second at 5,500. 3,100 for TCU, 1,700 for Florida. Oral Roberts at 2,600. Stanford at 720. And then Tennessee at 1,600. So super volume, all-time record being set. They're doing their thing. Jake, I'll ask you this, brother. Is that on a break? Is that a thing that you would go over and do?
Yeah.
And if you would, who would you represent? Who would you be buying the shots for? And it's a personality profile. This is why I asked the question.
Well, I'm torn because I wouldn't do it for the team who's already out. So with Stanford, sorry, you're out.
Virginia, you're out.
Yeah, I can't help you out. The 6 teams left, I would consider, I'm not feeling TCU. That's not my team. I'm not going to put it for
not
them.
emotionally connected
Florida,
to it.
even though I'm a Dolphins fan, I don't connect with Florida. So it's got to be Wake Forest, Oral Roberts, LSU, or Tennessee.
Okay.
I'm probably out on Tennessee's. Now it comes down to Wake Forest, LSU, and Oral Roberts.
Okay.
I consider taking a shot for all 3 of them.
Right? Okay, that would
it.
be fair. That would be fair. All right, so text line, let us know. Who should we be taking Jell-O shots for? As a matter of fact, tell us who you would, on the text line, who would you be taking a Jell-O shot for? And it could be any one of the 8 teams.
Yep.
Or here's the other part that I think Rocco's may have missed. Every year, I would still have a Creighton and Nebraska Jell-O shot, just to see how many
They
people.
stack up.
Right? I mean, is that not?
Oh, it's a good take.
Right? Like if Nebraska was represented in the Jell-O shots, where would they be? Would they be in first place?
I don't think so. LSU would beat them.
Are you telling me that all of the, and we've seen a ton of Nebraska fans in the tent?
We have
over the course of the
we
week.
Have
Blur Party.
Wake Forest.
Look. There's a ton of Nebraska fans who've been in. A lot of Go Big Red shirts going in. Are you telling me that there aren't enough fans in Omaha who wear the red or the other evil blue, who wouldn't buy enough Jell-O shots to get on this list and surpass Tennessee, LSU?
They probably would. They probably would. But it still makes me happy to see all the purple and gold here.
Yeah, but a red Jell-O shot would. I mean, come on.
It would sell.
Right?
It would sell.
Right?
Absolutely.
What do you think the number would be after
let's
3
see.
days? On day 4.
LSU's at 21,000.
21,000. You telling me that Nebraska would be outdone at their own party?
It depends on how many Nebraskans are coming up for this event versus those who just are trying to put on a face for LSU.
It struck me that from a curiosity standpoint, wouldn't Nebraska fans just bombard Rocco's just to make sure that they didn't lose at home?
I would say this. I would not guarantee a win. I would say they'd be in competition with LSU. They'd be at the worst second.
Okay.
LSU.
Where
fans
would
are
Creighton
crazy.
be? Where would Creighton be?
I think behind Nebraska, even though this is their city. Nebraska. There's a bigger fan base for Nebraska than there is Creighton. Now this is Omaha, so it's different. But I still think Nebraska would probably beat out Creighton. They wouldn't want to lose that competition.
Yeah, I mean that should be the challenge, right? That should be the challenge. I hate to go across, Rocco's, but I would.
It's
next year,
we're all together.
Well, next year, what we do, we get our vendor's license, and we put the big board behind us, so we report, but we also sell red Jell-O shots, and say Like that's the call. You cannot lose.
You want a Husker shot? You come over here.
Right. Like, I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, that's not bad. Think if Bloor Parties did Jello shots here.
Oh, that'd be great.
Right?
That'd be great. Nebraska Jello shots.
Right?
They could do
Here.
it, yeah.
Right? I mean, just red versus blue, even if they just did red and blue.
They'd probably do pretty well.
Okay. All right.
Probably do well.
Okay. I feel
from the text line 402-464-5685. Someone says Huskers win easily. If we can afford a Lincoln radio show in Omaha during the CWS, we can win anything. Yes, that's right.
How about that?
Sten says, is Nebraska's Jello strawberry, cherry, strawberry, cherry, raspberry, or fruit punch?
What is the official flavor? What is the Jello?
I would think cherry, right?
What is the Kool-Aid flavor?
I think it's cherry. There's a fruit punch. There is a fruit punch that's red, but I think I'd go cherry.
Okay, I'm still wondering. Is there a Nebraska Kool-Aid?
I don't know. It was
an official Nebraska Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid was started in Nebraska and Hastings.
Well, but is there an official Nebraska Kool-Aid? Like, is there a Go Big Red Kool-Aid?
That sounds like it's your job, DP.
Well, I'm just giving away $1 million ideas here. I'm trying to figure out why the folks, like, if you can produce that, why wouldn't you do that? Right?
Yeah. What's the one Kool-Aid that Nebraska unites on? What is our Kool-Aid?
Right. So
they would say because it's a Hastings product from Nebraska that everything's our Kool-Aid, but
somebody listening can tell us and can direct us in contact with the person who could make that happen. Right? Even if you decided that it wasn't official Kool-Aid, like legitimate trademark Kool-Aid, that it was some Kool-Aid with a C, right?
Yeah.
Right, Kool-Aid with a C, so there's no trademark infringement. But,
put on my glasses.
Right, right, Kool-Aid, right? To do that, right? They said it would be a mixture of watermelon. I'm not sure. Okay, so Texas says, I'm friends with the owner. He's planned ahead for a Husker invasion to his spot. He will get more room behind him in the other beer garden. Listen, and he says, I think the Huskers win easily. I'm not sure. Longsker says the Kool-Aid would be a mix of watermelon and cherry. I think that would be wonderful. DP, it's June. Husker football is getting ready to turn out a 9-win fall. Men hoops prized turnaround this season. Jordy Ball made softball the favorite to win the national championship. Nebraska will dominate Jello until September when reality hits again. I'm good with that. Right? I'm good with that. Action Jackson says, I would take a shot for LSU. I was stationed in Fort Polk, Louisiana from 93 to 96. Louisiana will always be a part of me, and I will always root for LSU. Yippee Kai said, I said it would be a whole lot of Jello jiggling at one time. That's literally the plan. Disc Golf Jake says, College World Series in Omaha loves LSU. Got to take the Tiger. You got to take a shot for the Tigers. Go Tigers, and he did the authentic go with the G-A-A-U-X.
G-A-U-X, yes.
Yeah. Texas says, I'd take 2 for Florida, 1 orange, 1 blue. And Anonymous Texas says, or Roberts. So again, I'm not sure, Jake. I want to believe in Nebraska that it would rally. But 21,000,
that's a lot.
22,000 is a lot of shots in 3 days. And I'm not saying that Nebraska hasn't shown that sort of commitment to it. But if that were the case, I want to know why it's not happening already.
Well, sometimes there's questions that need answers to. I don't have all the answers. I can't tell you.
I have that question. And then here's the other thing. Why isn't somebody sitting at home making Husker red Jello shots as we speak?
I would chime in and say I think that even though Nebraska fans are very proud of both Nebraska and if you're Omaha, Creighton, there is still a sacred matter to the CWS that although we'd love to have our team represented, they did not qualify. They are not among the 8 teams we celebrate as this nationwide event. So that's maybe why you haven't seen Nebraska have a Jello shot or some sort of Kool-Aid.
I'm just saying, even if we decided to have a Jordy Ball Jello shot, that would sell, right?
Got a name on it, yeah.
Oh, by the way, planting seeds. Your thoughts. I'll ask you that when we come back.
Okay.
I'll ask you your thoughts on an idea that is in my head, and I need to get it out of my brain into the universe.
When we come back, we are live at the Blur Parties tailgate at 12th and Cass, just south of Charles Schwab Field. We are about just over 2 hours away from game one today, 1 o'clock game. Oral Roberts and TCU in that one, the elimination game. But come on by, blurparties.com/Omaha, blurevents.com/Omaha as well. Come get lunch and dinner buffet, all the drinks you want, and come enjoy the 18 TVs. The mist is going. It feels wonderful in here. Eric is doing a great job. Shout out to Eric and Stacy, great people from Blur Parties. We'll be back with more next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the shuffleboard corner for just $5 and get your first drink on the house. Come on Sundays for open house league all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300. You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an ExactEmerge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the landmark difference.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. And there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Shaping up to be another hot summer-like day as we'll see a high of around 95. Southeast winds will try to cool you down some, gusting 20 to 25 this afternoon. Tonight will drop down to a low of around 66. We will keep the heat in place tomorrow for your Wednesday. Partly sunny with a high of 93. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The wait is almost over. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show is the hottest event in the area. Coming to Lincoln's Air Park on Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. Elevate your air show experience with tickets to the premium seating tent, padded seats, meals, and more for just $125. Premium tickets are going fast, so buy yours today. To purchase premium tickets and for more information, visit LincolnAirShow.com. We'll see you at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show in late August.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is starting to fill up here early on. Doors open just 22 minutes ago. It's going to be a busy day here at the Blur Parties tailgate, 12th and Cass, just south of Charles Schwab Field. He is DP. I'm Jake Sorensen. We're filling in for the captain in the black shirt today. Come on by. We'll be here from 10 to 6, but the party goes until midnight. So if you want to enjoy all you can eat and drink for just $119 for the whole day, or if you want to, lower it down to $99 and pay for your mixed drinks.
Go Big Baller brand.
Yeah, just do the whole thing.
Go look.
$119 gets you everything. There's no
shots,
everything, shots,
mixed drinks, wine,
all the cocktails you want.
Whatever. Go Big Baller.
BlurEvents.com/Omaha, or you can purchase at the door. 12th and Cassidy Blur tailgate at the Hilton Omaha. We are here. We'll have the game at 1 o'clock, and then we'll come back for a little bit, and then we'll have 6 o'clock the game also live on the radio. But, DP, you teased before the break you had a idea, which is pretty common for you. I mean, I don't know many moments in your life where you don't have an idea of some capacity, which is great.
Turn your brain off. A couple of things in the short segment. One, I just got a text from Trent from Teammates, and we had some ticket listeners who heard about Teammates and decided to send in their applications to be mentors. Well done. Ticket listeners, if you're sitting there and you have a half hour each week, that's what's required. A half hour each week for 24 weeks. Not even at all 52, 24 weeks during the school year that you can go to a high school or go to an elementary school or middle school and sit across the table from a mentee and listen to them and talk to them and just be present. That's all that's going to cost you any money. No more time other than that. You don't have to make plans. You just have to show up and be available. You can find that at Teammates Lincoln. So to do that. Second, the idea that I came up with was this, that we set up NIL Jello shots. So Jello shots for NIL. And we had a listener say, listen, if you're going to do the Jello shots, I'll put up the first 50 for Nebraska. Right? So just put in the text line, would you be willing to buy Jello shots for NIL for Husker student athletes? Would you do that? And we could have different shots for different athletes. All right? But the other side of that is, would you do Jello shots for, say, the number one athlete in their collegiate sport in the country?
Who just committed to Nebraska? Possibly. Hypothetically.
We could.
Hypothetically.
Like, would you buy Jello shots to provide for that? Would that be a cool thing? Right? So I think what we do, what we need, I believe Nick is running the board now. Is it Nick or Austin? Who's running the board?
I think it's Nick.
All right.
Nope, it's Austin.
It's Austin. So, Austin, here's the thing. Here's my question for you. We have the first 50 Jello shots committed. Are you willing to set up a tote board just for the text line when somebody texted in and said they are willing to buy Jello shots to represent Nebraska in the College World Series Jello Shots Challenge, right? Just to keep track of how many shots have been committed. So we have some idea about the level of support for this thing. Are you willing to do that?
Absolutely. I will go grab one of the whiteboards from the production room and get that going.
Right?
All right.
Right.
Thank you, Austin.
And Notorious B.I.B., just for the record, he asked the question, he goes, you guys aren't using the water from the pool. No, we are not.
No,
we are not.
No.
We are not. We would work with the finest, our buddies at Culligan. We will use their water.
Culligan J will hook us up.
Right? Like we
they'll
will
take care of us.
we will do that. Longsker asked what alcohol would it be? What is the alcohol of choice in that space? We would make alcohol and non-alcohol.
Yeah.
So we would do rum, we could do vodka, we could also do just Jello.
For the kids who are
Just Jell-O.
below 21 or those who don't partake in spirits.
Right. No, we offer
can still
all
enjoy
of those,
it.
all of those, and then just for grins and giggles, we could do a little dab of whipped cream on the top of it. A little Cool Whip on the top of it. Bang, as Emerald would say, bang.
Don't mind that.
We could do that, right? So let's do that. Yeah, we can use it. We can use the polling. Yeah, we have polling. We can do that. Yeah, it's a new thing. Chase B says, yep, he'll put some Jello shots down for Luke Reimer. If we're doing, how much per shot? So Rocco's is doing $5 per. I think you could donate whatever amount you wanted for whatever number of shots, Jello shots you wanted, because it's about you making the donation rather than
That's right.
the Jello shot itself,
Is this
right?
a free will donation or is there a price on it?
Right. This is not one we have to worry about. So, but we'll give you options. You can say, you know what? I'm going to buy a whole Jello shot mold, right? Which is 10 or 20 per mold. So you don't make one Jello shot. You can make a bunch. So you could do 20 for $100. How about that?
That brain never stops, does it?
No, it never does.
He goes to sleep and it just makes more ideas. And he wakes up and they're ready to go. So,
well, yeah, Disc Golf Jake says official alcohol could be tough unless you can figure out a science of Busch Light Jello shots.
oh yeah, then you'd be talking. Now
Right.
we're talking.
Right? Jeremy, shame on you. Jeremy says no Jello shots at all for any reason. No, it's a good cause. It would be for a good cause. That's what it would be.
We just said that there could be some
There
non-alcoholic
could be
ones,
no
Jeremy.
alcohol in it. It's just, are you telling me you hate on Jello? It is 10:58, sir. There will be no Jello hate allowed here.
No way.
All right, Jay. Come on, man.
When we come back, again, we are live at the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha. We're here till 6 p.m. Doors are open until midnight. Doors are, though, open, by the way. People are filling in. It's going to be a fun day out here. We got 2 more games at 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock. He is DP. I am Jake Sorens. You can buy your tickets at blurevents.com/Omaha or buy at the door here at 12th. And Cass will be back with top of the hour next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppell discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740. Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. And there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershawn Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Terrell Farley. Defending Terrell Farley.
Who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven.
I've talked to a few cats. They said that Bach got some game, man.
Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer. Here he is, Vershawn Jackson.
Hour 2, live from the Blair Party tailgate here in Omaha for the College World Series. The captain is out today as well as the black shirt. He is DP. I am Jake Sorensen, live here in Omaha, again, at the Blair tailgate. Starting to fill up. We got some playing cards already given us to us, DP, courtesy of Miller Electric Company. We're going to try to get our own cards for the ticket. Possibly.
Yeah, we have to figure out,
who to talk to.
Well, who to talk to, and then what images do we use?
Yes.
Right? What images do we use? I think determining which cards are which will be the biggest issue.
Yep. A lot of cards to put.
Yeah, it'll be an issue. Nobody will be satisfied.
We got Bella and Grace with us too. They just went in the hammock. They checked out the ice tub. They played some beer pong over there, or I think water pong. I believe they played over there. But
they've been busy.
They've been busy, having a good time. 18 TVs, a lot of seats available. The buffet has just opened up, so people are now dining. You can come. You hear yourself. BlurEvents.com/Omaha. Again, we're here till 6. They are open here till midnight. So lunch and dinner, cash bar. If you don't want to, get the whole shebang. If you get the whole shebang for $119, you get everything: shots, wine, beer, cocktails, food, everything. Blur Party's 12th and Cass. Come on by, check it out. Some news during the break, DP. There's some breaking news, some good news for Nebraska football. Commit number 14 for 2024, Landon Davidson. He's I saw the term road grader, offensive lineman out of Colorado.
6'4", 308.
That's about right.
Had offers from all the Colorado schools, Nevada, Iowa, Kansas, amongst
Iowa State, Kansas, Washington State also.
Yeah, he had offers all over the place. And this is one that I was kind of tipped off to Sunday that they thought this would happen. I think this is a good pull. One, because his trajectory is up and forward. He fits. If you're going to run the ball, he's going to fit in that traditional grinder tackle.
Yes.
I think he will put on some additional poundage here under Nebraska Nutrition. But at 308, he projects at 325 in year 2. In year 2. Big boy. Genetically, it fits. Got a little bit of the nasty, which is important, and it has been missed. Not the dancer left tackle. He's not the dancing bear sort of silverback. This is a hey, let me plant my feet, extend my arms, lock up these big muscles, and then move the mountain.
For those who are curious and one of those stars, 3-star versus per on 3. He's the number 8 player in the state of Colorado. Again, like you said, DP 6'4", anywhere I've seen from 295 to 308. He is from Broomfield, Colorado, a 2024 interior lineman. He says he posted a video. In the video, he says, quote, "I love the power pro-style offense that Nebraska is going to run, running your feet through defenders and playing mean, tough football. I have played that way my entire life, and I think that I will fit in so good with their style."
So pay attention to the conversation. That in order to recruit a player of this style, size, mass, skill, that you have to commit to playing that style of play in order to get him. It's important to pay attention to what these young people say when they get in front of the microphone, because they're repeating and echoing what the coaches have told. And we're still trying to figure out what Nebraska football is going to be going forward. Is this the Satterfield, South Carolina, grip it and rip it offense? Is it verticality and then inside dominance? Or is it let's spread it and be open in the space? Well, if you get just a monster, then you better have plans for using him exactly in a way that benefits you, him, and the team. It can't be hey, I'm going to go get the most talented tackle, and he may not fit what it is that I'm going to try to do. He's been told, we need a road grader. We need that. Or can you come here and be that for us? And the conversation of, well, why Nebraska? He just told you. He literally just told you that they said they're going to power run, and that is important. So I'm going to take that, circle that, and we'll come back to it about 12 months from now.
Okay. Landon Davidson, though, the 14th commit for the 2024 class for Nebraska, a interior offensive lineman from Broomfield, Colorado. We will see how it works, but always nice to see commits that come from these camps that Nebraska has in the summertime, and I love to see that. I had a question for you, DP, on a national level about something I saw. I brought up on early break this morning that I'm sure that you have a strong take on, because I just thought it was baffling. I saw this weekend that David Freese, a former St. Louis Cardinals third baseman, 5 years at the Cardinals, and he had a couple years at the other teams also.
Yeah.
The 2011 NLCS and World Series MVP, who hit a game-winning home run in Game 6 to get to Game 7 against the Rangers, which they won Game 7. Again, NLCS and World Series MVP the same year. He was going to be inducted into the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame. Okay? And he opted not to. This is a St. Louis born and raised guy, probably lived the dream growing up as a kid to be a St. Louis Cardinal, has the chance to be inducted into the not the big, but the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame, and he politely declines.
Did he say why?
He said, I don't think that my career validates that of someone that should be a Hall of Famer. I had a great season. I had a great postseason. I don't deserve it. But I would say this. I mean, come on. This guy is still a legend in the eyes of the Cardinals fans because of what he did in the home run in Game 6 to beat him. And the fact he was CS and World Series MVP. That's their last championship that they've had.
Listen, he's telling you everything you need to know. I had a great season. I was great in the postseason. Nobody knows a Hall of Famer like a Hall of Famer or not a Hall of Famer.
Fair.
Like, you know whether you've put in the work and whether you've had the longevity and where you measured amongst other St. Louis Cardinals. First of all, we're talking about the St. Louis Cardinals. So you're talking about an organization that has long success, has full legacy, and the measurables. Look, if you're asking me if I'm a pretty good coach, I'd say yeah. But coach is relative to when you're talking about great coaches.
Right.
No, I don't belong in that space. Like, honesty would allow me to say, look, I appreciate you calling me coach. Like, I appreciate that. But I also know that there's spaces that are earned, not given. And the convenience of having somebody that's local, well, he's one of us, so he gets, he's in a higher standing because he's one of us. Well, Nebraska is a perfect example. Don't give people that power because not everybody's worthy of it. Just because you're local and you had a great year doesn't make you the icon or one of the standards for how business is done at Nebraska. We have recent experience and knowledge that not everybody who has talent and has a successful year is worthy of being put on the pedestal. Like, we know what that is now. Look, give Freese credit.
I'm giving him credit.
Give him credit for saying, listen, thank you. I appreciate that. If you want to have a Dave Freese day, where I get to come to the stadium and, I get an extra long applaud. Maybe you sell my shirts or give out T-shirts with my name and number on it. But kudos to saying, I don't belong in the Stan Musial, Bob Gibson, Lou Brock club.
Okay.
Like, I don't belong in the Mark McGuire. I don't belong in. No.
This is the only problem I have with that.
Yeah.
I thought you'd probably go with that stance.
Yeah.
I thought you would.
Yeah.
But here's my problem: is that baseball team, sports teams, they exist. They're great because of their fans, right? Now, organizations obviously make good decisions with the GMs and coaches, but fan attendance tells you a lot about a team. And the Cardinals forever have been, they always call themselves the best fans in baseball. FIB.
Yeah.
Now, the fans are the ones who voted to put him in the Hall of Fame. They want to see him in the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame. He shot them down.
No. If Nebraska got to pick who's in its Hall of Fame, do you think you would have the best players in Nebraska history in the Hall of Fame? No.
Not necessarily.
No, they don't exist. It doesn't. It's not that way now. The Nebraska Hall of Fame. Look, if you walk into Pinnacle Bank Arena and you talk about the Hall of Fame Huskers in basketball, then you talk about the retired jerseys. How many are there? What, 5?
That's about right.
What? Like, wait a minute. And that's assuming that the folks who are voting know the history of it and have gone down that path. Look, there are some names that, quite frankly, deserve to be in the elite category of Nebraska basketball. Same for Nebraska football. Same for Nebraska baseball, volleyball. You can't put everybody in the hall from the Hall of Great into the Hall of Fame. You have to be, it has to be the best of the best, the elite standard. Thank you, fans. Appreciate it. You know how you can pay tribute? Again, have the day, sell David Freese jerseys, see how fully committed they are to you being in the St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame. Thank you, fans. But no, I was offered that. I can say that, like, I was offered that for my high school Hall of Fame, and I'm not. There are some dudes that I play ball with that are much better athletes than I was, and they're basing it on what I did in the community and what I did after school. But when it comes to the sports Hall of Fame, the athletic Hall of Fame, I know that there's some dudes, man. We're talking about dudes who ball. I mean, Jake Scott from the Dolphins, Reddy Harrison, John Leipold, like guys who went on and had great careers who were all state and everything. That wasn't me. So I would high five and say thank you, but nah. I'll let the people give appreciation, but no, nah, bro.
I kind of figured when I said this, I would get one text, and it has come in.
They knew.
This is an anti-Cardinals fan who
They
says
knew it.
He goes easy on St. Louis and attendance conversation related to fandom.
Right.
Those numbers are widely criticized as being inflated compared to everyone else's also inflated numbers.
Well, organizations tend to do that. We know, but we're smart enough to know better. We're smart enough to know better. And yeah, listen, let St. Louis fans will tell you we're the best. Dodger fans will put up their numbers again. Yankee fans would literally beat up Cardinals fans for saying it, right? And that's not even mentioning the Mets fans who show up in full, Atlanta Braves fans who show up when needed, but not during the regular season. They wait because we're so good that we don't have to show up all year long. We save our energy for postseason when games really matter. But yeah, fans should be fans. It's okay for somebody to be popular. There's a difference in establishing the great, and it happens in college sports. It happens in the college media, that we know that a ton of folks who vote for these awards for Hall of Fame and All-American and All-Conference don't know the players they're voting on. We know that. We know the people who vote. They're not the most informed people when it comes to, look, if you're looking at stats or whatever it is, or you remember a moment. Look, there are people in Nebraska who have had moments who have turned them into some exceptional careers. When, quite frankly, they were good players, but they don't deserve the power that they have based on the plays that they made.
Sure.
So kudos to David Freese for saying, you know what? Thank you. I appreciate you. It's an honor, but it's not where I belong. I do not feel good in my spirit accepting it.
Do you think he thought about that for a long time and said, I really want to, but I really shouldn't?
No, he knew about it. Like, I mean, because in the voting process.
The decision, though, to turn it down eventually, though.
Well, I mean, it comes up when you become eligible because you get a notice from the team that you are in consideration. You've made that you're eligible. Then it becomes okay, you're now a finalist. And at that moment, you kind of go, yeah, no, because you see the list of players who are eligible. You see the list of players who are already in. And listen, you could name 100 St. Louis Cardinals before you would get to David Freese.
That's okay.
Like literally,
All right.
you could name 100. You could name 50 utility players. What position did David Freese play?
Third base.
All the time?
Mostly, yeah.
Most of the time. It's not Brooks Robinson. Like, you know where he played, right? Stan Musial, you know the two spots that he played. Is he in the conversation with Ozzie Smith?
No.
Is he in the conversation with Scott Rowland?
No.
No. Is he in the conversation? Is he Mark McGwire good?
No.
Go through the pitching staffs and the closers over the course of the last 20 years for the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm not sure he's in the top 20 of players in the last 20 years.
I mentioned this to Sip this morning. He said Jason Isringhausen is in the Hall of Fame for the Cardinals. Is David Freese not on the same level as him? David Freese won an NLCS MVP and a World Series MVP. Now, Isringhausen was there when the Cardinals won, I think, in 2006. I want to say he was there. The former A's closer.
No.
We know how many people are in the Cardinals Hall of Fame.
See, so here's the list. And I pulled it up for that very reason because I wanted to be sure. Right? So they have 53 members currently. Now, that's not a lot. That's not a lot. Ken Boyer, who was an all-star and a manager. Lou Brock, he's not Jack Buck. He's not Vince Coleman. He's not Dizzy Dean. He's not Jim Edmonds.
Chris Carpenter.
He's not Kurt Flood. He's not Bob Forsch. He's not Bob Gibson. He's not Keith Hernandez or Tom Herr, Whitey Herzog, Matt Holliday, Rogers Hornsby. Now, Isringhausen, I don't know how he got in. Well, no, the fan vote. The fan vote. Boo. He only,
how many years
from
is he there for?
2002 to 2008.
So that's your comparison then. He should not be in there. George Kissel, who belongs in. Ray Langford, who played for 12 years, 13 years. Tony La Russa, Tim McCarver, Willie McGee, Mark McGwire, Johnny Mize, Stan Musial, Branch Rickey, Scott Rowland, Red Shandies, Ted Simmons, Eno Slaughter, Ozzie, Bruce Sutter, Joe Torre. Like, think about it. Is David Freese on the level of Joe Torre as a player? Not even forget about what Torre did as a manager, but is as a player. David Freese isn't on Joe Torre's level. No.
Even if his batting average was higher, Joe Torre was in the top 3 third basemen for a decade. You can't say that about David Freese. So, and I'm a David Freese fan because he's a baseball player. Like, he simply did everything well anytime you asked. So, wonderful. But Hall of Fame, no.
That's what I thought was with the discussion. I'm glad we went there. So everyone has different thoughts on David Freese and turning down versus accepting a Hall of Fame nomination. He says, no, I'm good. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. We are live again at the Blur Tailgate at the Hilton Omaha. We are here until 6 p.m. The doors are open until midnight. Look at this crowd, DP. It is beautiful. It's filling up by the second. More people are in line. There's room for you. Don't worry. I'm not trying to scare you off. I'm saying it's a good crowd. There's room for you to come in.
Well, there's nobody in the buffet line.
Right now, if you want food, the buffet line's open. I see people eating, but the line's open. So if you want to come in right now, get a hamburger, get a hot dog, get some cookies, some chips, some fruit, a little slice of pizza at the very end. It's good stuff. You can always go online to blurevents.com/Omaha. If you want to go to, I put out a tweet, DP. I put out a tweet on the 93.7 The Ticket Twitter account. If you go to that exact link, you can get 10% off the purchase. 10% off.
Yeah.
The tweet I posted, you go to that exact link.
Just go to
get 10% off via the ticket and via Blur Party. So come on by. We're here till 6. 18 TVs showing the games. The buffet is open. The bar is certainly open, being used by plenty of fans here. The wind is picking up, so it feels pretty good in here. It's not too hot right now. You got misters going on. But come on by at blurevents.com/Omaha, or you can purchase also at the door at 12th and Cass. We will come back with more. Again, we are live at Blur Parties, 12th and Cass. Me and DP are filling in for Sean, the captain, and Terrell Farley, the black shirt, and Bach. We'll have more next here from Blur Parties in Omaha on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa Cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln locations or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at PremierDW.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore with the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
The Ticket Water Cooler.
I feel like sometimes when we have Hall of Fames, and this is no disrespect to Frank or Gary Pinkel, who got in last year, the longtime Missouri coach. Shouldn't there be a different Hall of Fame for like Gary Pinkel and Frank Solich
like
and
the Hall of
Tom Osborne
the
and Bob,
Hall of
Bobby
really
Bowden?
good.
Right. But But what, like you said, the distinction usually is first ballot,
Yep.
or unanimous or whatever. So that's usually kind of the distinction that you can make there.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Filling up here in Omaha, Blair Parties Tailgate, 12th and Cass. This is the captain. Got some subs in. DP, Jake Sorensen filling in for Sean and Farley. We missed those guys. They're missed.
Called an audible.
It's an audible.
Yeah.
It's an audible.
In-game management.
We didn't get the sign for that. We own.
Yeah, we had in-game coaching. We had to pull some strings and make some decisions. So we did that.
Texture asked, where is the best place to park on my way to the 1 o'clock game? Well, Texture? I don't have a great answer.
Everywhere is the same.
Anywhere you can find
anywhere
a spot
you can get for
is
whatever
the
they
best
charge.
place you can find.
Anywhere you can park and whatever they charge for it.
That's right. You find a spot, you're doing well. They have plenty of spots. You might have to walk
at
a
the
little
Hilton.
bit.
The Hilton.
Yep, they got a spot. You can pay for that.
Yeah, you can pay for that at the Hilton. I think it's $30
to get
but
a
you're right
valet
across
too.
the street.
Yeah.
You're right across the street.
It depends on how far you want to walk. You want to pay pay some money. You can get up right
Get
here
up
by
close,
us.
and if you want to,
if you
don't mind walking a few blocks, you can probably go 3 blocks away. Save yourself $20
towards the old market area.
Yeah,
probably.
$10-15 a pop. So, make that choice, and you're not wrong in whatever it is. It's the convenience. If you're going to be here at Blur,
yes,
I'd suggest just pay the difference.
Just do it.
Go to the Hilton.
It's worth it.
Walk, out into the parking lot, and here we are.
Save yourself some steps.
Here we are in the tent, and then you can enjoy the festivities, and then not have to worry about driving because you're right there at the Hilton.
Nothing wrong with that.
You could just stay at the Hilton.
Just do that.
You could just stay at the Hilton.
Just do that.
It won't be cheap either.
No,
but,
that's fine. Everything's got a cost in this life, right?
Worth doing. Well, I mean, look, if you're going to come to College World Series, live a little.
Right.
A little, but live safe.
Yep.
Live a safe. Just do the right thing. This is an opportunity for you to, engage and party a little bit, but be safe and think about others while you do it.
Reminder again today, the games, Oral Roberts against TCU at 1 p.m., LSU and Tennessee, a rematch of their first game, will be at 6 p.m. Both those games you can hear right here on 93.7 The Ticket. And we will be carrying you all the way up until the first game. And then
the crowd's coming in. I thought it would be later, but no, the 90-minute mark is really when it hits turbo.
So I was talking to Eric Lenders of Blur Parties, and he said they weren't sure what to expect. They had 3 big groups coming here today. They weren't sure if it was going to be more of a nighttime crowd. But guess what? At about 10:40, 10 minutes into this thing, DP, the people were filing in, and it's a good-looking crowd here today. It's,
they're gathering.
It ain't stopping.
There's a group of about 15 at the front door trying to get their way, get their passes organized, and get in. It's supposed to be warmer today, but I'm just going to jinx myself, knock on my head, that it feels cooler than it did yesterday at this time.
It is early. It is still before noon,
right? I'm just gonna thank the universe for giving me right now at 11:30 a breeze and the mist and a good crowd.
Well, I think at this point yesterday I had probably a bottle and a half of water down. I'm only about a bottle down. That's probably
I'm 2 bottles in. I'm about to crack bottle number 3. A man of my size, I'm supposed to. These are 20. What are these? 16-ounce bottles.
Let's see. These are
17-ounce bottles.
17 ounces.
So, in truth, I should probably be at 120. So I should be about 6 or 7 bottles in by the time we leave.
Okay. Well, I'll hold you to it then. I'll hold you to it.
Yeah, my teeth will float, but that's okay.
Quickly,
that's okay.
Back to for 1 second on the David Freese thing. I had a text from my golf league partner AJ, who is a diehard, lifelong Cardinals fan. Okay,
right. Tell me.
He in our league he wears an Adam Wainwright jersey almost every night. Yep. A Goldschmidt jersey, Paul Goldschmidt jersey. Excuse me, that's what he wears. He says I agree with DP. He said Freese was dependable but not great. I agree with DP and David Freese. He should not be a Cardinals Hall of Famer. That's a lifelong Cardinals fan saying that.
And that's not a battle. I want to go to another text who said, so I guess if Barry Bonds or any other steroid users get inducted into the real Hall of Fame, they should decline it because they broke the rules. Kudos to them. Kudos to anybody trying to do the right thing. Like, why are we so venomous that we can't just say, I made a mistake and I want to do better from this point forward? Like, that's absolutely the perfect example of humanity and how we should be saying to people, yeah, do the right thing no matter when it is, correct what you can correct, fix what you can fix, improve it what you can prove it. So if you did it right, you did a wrong thing and you know you did a wrong thing, and then you say, hey, I apologize, I did a wrong thing. And to honor that, I'm just going to, listen, I'm not going to go in the Hall of Fame. It's my choice. Am I going to give them kudos? 100%. I absolutely am. I know that people get angry about sports, but never choose the game over the people. I just never. The people, sports is just a vehicle for it.
Yes.
And David Freese, the man, made a decision that, quite frankly, I appreciate my time and my skills and my effort and my accolades, but I don't think I belong in this group. He's earned the right to say he doesn't belong in the group. And it's not the fans can't be offended by it. Another texter said, well, it's disrespectful to the fans. No, it's not. He's saying to the fans, I love you so much that I'm not going to devalue that thing that you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm not going to be in it. No, he's saying, look, I love y'all. He's not saying the fans are not informed or other. He's saying
not flipping them off.
No, he's saying, I simply don't think I belong there.
Okay.
And get this part. He's earned the right to say that. And because, one, there are responsibilities to go being Cardinals Hall of Fame. There are events you have to come to and things that you have to maintain to do that, and that puts him back out in the public that maybe David Freese doesn't want to be in the public that way.
Maybe not.
Maybe he just wants to, he gave up the first 40 years of his life to a thing, and he's ready to live his life beyond the game, which is what we literally dream for athletes at any level, that you can choose how you dismount from the game.
Yep. That's fair.
We want that for every athlete. Whether it's a high school athlete, little league athlete, at some point the ball's taken away from you. How you exist after that, they're more than players. They're more than baseball players. They're more than athletes. That's why they're telling you, stop thinking of them as just athletes. Think of them as people who, quite frankly, make a point. They're things that I turn down on a daily basis. And you guys know this.
I do.
You know that I get offers to do certain things, and I just have to say no sometimes. No. Thank you. I appreciate you for offering. We get offered to come to events, to MC events, to be paid endorsers, to be paid sponsors, to make those appearances at really nice amounts of money. But it's not about that. If people don't understand who we are as people, they don't understand the business decisions we make. David Freese made a business decision. I applaud that dude.
From one baseball conversation to another, I'm also curious from this because you have been in multiple different avenues of the sports world. As both on-air broadcaster, a host, pregame host, postgame host. You've been a commissioner before. You've been a coach. I mean, you've done everything, DP.
Yeah.
So you know the conversation from ownership to marketing to all this stuff. I'm curious your thoughts on how you would have handled this. I saw this on Sunday. Atlanta Braves, Charlie Culberson.
Yeah.
He's been a player on the Braves. He's been there for about 30 days or so, has not played yet.
Right.
His father was assigned to be the person who threw out the first pitch before the game on Father's Day. Yet that morning, the Braves DFA'd Charlie Culberson, making his dad not able to throw out the first pitch anymore. Now I'm curious if you knew you were going to DFA this certain player who had not really played at all. Would you tell the marketing team, hey, maybe hold off on getting his dad to be the first pitch? How would you have handled this so it was not quite as embarrassing as it was for the Culberson family on the Braves? Or would you say that's business?
This is difficult because
I thought you'd feel
it's difficult in several ways left hand knowing, assuming that the top decision makers in the Atlanta Braves organization as far as operations are in full communication or even aware who do those things. The GM has no idea what the promotions and marketing people have planned and stored. That happens in an organization like the Braves. That's a thing that happens. The skipper, the manager doesn't know that until he gets a memo or literally somebody walks down and tells him, hey, listen, Charlie's dad is going to throw out the first ball next week. They don't think, no, he has no idea knowing until maybe that morning when he says, where's Charlie? Oh, he's out on the field with his dad throwing out the first pitch. Or he'll find out that day, that morning, literally that morning. If they've handled it well, they've had this discussion Thursday. So we make the decision. There is zero reason for them to have designated him that day.
I know.
There's zero reason that we are aware. Then the question becomes, maybe the DFA was some off the field stuff, right? If you're not playing, maybe you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. And they're saying, okay, I can't have the distraction at the end of my bench. The last guy on the bench has to be the most positive guy. If that's not happening, then you DFA and you say, listen, I'm not going to highlight you. I'm going to send you down, and that means that I'm not going to highlight your dad as well. We don't know the off-the-field version of it. Don't know the inner workings of what happened. But that's just communication. It's not ideal. They could have done this on Thursday, but then imagine that Charlie's circumstance happened Friday night. Like it could happen Friday night. And by then you've already booked it. Now, Gwinnett is a car ride from Lincoln to Omaha from Atlanta. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's different.
Like, it's not a big deal. You send him down, you send him to play in Omaha instead of playing in Lincoln. But the reality is we don't know until they say this is why Charlie was designated. We don't know. That's the real question mark. Because it could be, you know what, could be a behavioral thing, right? And you just say, look, it's time for you to go down.
Yeah, we don't know for sure. It sounds like from the reports, DP, that he had not played in 25 games. So which would be more like, hey, we don't have a spot for you right now. You're not good enough to crack the lineup.
Well, you're playing the Rockies, and it's a matchup where you match up well anyway. You're not going to go into a game if you think it's a 30. This is a 30-inning game, and you're going to need Culberson off the bench. Or it could have been that they needed him in Gwinnett.
It's possible.
That could be the thing. We don't know. This is the time of year where players are going back and forth. Players get injured. Players get shut down. And you may have needed him there for a game.
I guess my main thing is going back to the whole marketing thing. If you're going to have a dad on Father's Day, a well-attended baseball game, a big day for dads to be at the ballpark and honor with their kids and their wives, I would maybe go with the guy that's probably not a fringe roster player.
This is what I'm saying. You don't choose the game over the person. The easiest, best thing to do, that even if you thought Charlie Culberson was having difficulties off the field or that he wasn't being utilized, that one game you could have done the greater good for everybody. And then the next day, like, wait a minute, did they play a 17-inning game the day before?
No.
Did they play a 17-inning game the day after? It wasn't that big of a deal for you to make that decision.
Yeah.
Choose, again, I'll keep repeating it. In this radio business about the station, I constantly choose the people over the business. Like, that's the thing. I could make business decisions and say, hey, Jake, you make a ton of money. I need for some of that to come back to the company. No, Jake, go be great, man. This is why we're here. Rico, I need to push Rico outside of his comfort area for Rico. It's not for the station. It's so Rico can live his best life. The moment you start choosing the business over the people, it's gonna get you. It's just gonna get you. Yeah, I understand, Atlanta. Okay, you did your thing. I don't know the behind the scenes, but to me, the only thing that makes it even remotely possible is that it's a thing that happens away from the field that you didn't want to highlight the player. That's the only thing that makes sense. That, hey, you know what? You went out and partied on Thursday, and it's a bad look, and I got a phone call, and a sponsor tells me, hey, handle your boy. Then you got to make a business decision. But even then, you could have made that decision on Monday, and nobody would know. Now, I'm curious, what happened? What happened?
What do we not know from the story? We know some details, but what do we not
know?
Well,
the texture says the Braves needed to make a move to get a catcher up, but you had 11 pitchers that you could have moved somebody. Right? You can always go and bring up your catcher, but you didn't have to sit down Charlie. Not for the day. Listen, for one day.
His dad's there, man.
Right, man.
His dad's there.
Yeah. Again, they know. I trust that they know. I'll honor what they did in that space. But, there were other decisions that could have been made.
We are live at the Blur Tailgate in Omaha, 12th and Cass. We are just over an hour away from the first game. Oral Roberts and TCU in Elimination Day. Two teams are going home today, one at 1 p.m. and one at 6 p.m. We will see what happens. We will wrap things up for the captain, and we'll bring in Rico for the top of the hour. But, again, we are live at the Blur Tailgate, 12th and Cass, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an Exact Emerge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at PremierDW.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Against Sports at 48th and Vine.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Shaping up to be another hot summer-like day as we'll see a high of around 95. Southeast winds will try to cool you down some, gusting 20 to 25 this afternoon. Tonight we'll drop down to a low of around 66. We will keep the heat in place tomorrow for your Wednesday. Partly sunny with a high of 93. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Just about noon here at the Blur Tailgate here in Omaha, 12th and Cass, 2 blocks south of the Charles Schwab Stadium, just over an hour away from TCU and Oral Roberts. One team going home, one team will stay alive.
Elimination Tuesday.
That's right, DP.
Somebody's got to go. Somebody's got to pack their bag. Somebody's got to start to evaluate. Some people have to reassess, rebrand, and redirect. Today's the day where you find out exactly where you stand. Are you the 6th best team in the country? Or are you in the top 5?
It's a big day. This is the big day.
Right? Like that's where it is.
Whoever wins this first game can claim we are a top 5 team no matter what happens.
Think about it, because no matter who loses the first game, they're going to feel like they belong playing tomorrow.
That's right.
But because they would have, if you beat Oral Roberts, you thought, well, I should have beat you anyway. Oral Roberts is like, yeah, we're better than you. We beat you twice.
That'd be painful.
But
that way
yeah, you imagine if you're Oral Roberts, you split and you say, well, geez, if we had just won the second one, the first one wouldn't have mattered. We could have won the second one. That's the more important game.
Yeah, it is.
I would have saved my ace for game 2. Except that's not how double elimination tournaments work.
That's
not what the breakdown is. And game 2 is the same deal. Listen, buckle up. This is I'm just telling you, as a baseball fan, I love elimination games so much. There's the rules of engagement all change. Your starting pitcher, how long can you go with a starter who gets in trouble? How long? What do you do? At what point in the game is the game decided? Sometimes it'll be decided in the second inning with 2 on. Can you get it out and get off the field? Can you get a clutch at bat with a runner in scoring position? And then pitch count. What is the ideal pitch count today? When do you take the ball back from your starter? Yep. Do you wait? If it's a close game, you have issue. If it's a blowout, it's a different issue altogether. This is the fun day of baseball when everything is on the line. Literally, it's a cliche we use all the time, but this is must win.
It is. If you don't
this
win,
is must win. Right?
Your stay in Omaha ends today if you lose.
What did Jimmy Valvano said this? Win and advance. That's what this is. Win and advance.
He did. Before I pass it off to Rico in the water cooler, I saw this on Twitter a second ago, DP. And, everyone in this world that listens to this station knows I'm a diehard Miami Dolphins fan, right?
Oh, here we go.
I just saw a video.
You can't resist, can you?
Drew Rosenhaus.
You're just going to set yourself up for this.
This is
you?
actually not regarding any potential. It's about a player on the roster.
Oh, no. Okay.
Drew Rosenhaus took Tyreek Hill, clients of his, out to the ocean, and they're swimming with sharks. Literally, get him out of the water.
You're fired. You're fired.
Drew Rosenhaus is literally swimming with the sharks with Tyreek Hill, and I am saying, get him out of the water and out of that boat right now.
Literally, Dolphin fans are renting and chartering boats as we speak to get out. They're going to go find Tyreek and Drew Rosenhaus and get him in. As a matter of fact, I fully expect Darius Rutger to sing that song today.
I'm such a baby because the Dolphins
make me cry because we're not smart enough to stay away from sharks.
I guess
you
not.
think Dolphins would know better.
I would.
Yeah.
It's a terrifying
you
thing.
Think? By the way, where do you stand on Cook and Hopkins to Miami? Where do you stand,
Bring it on. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Is that a thing you want? Does that raise the expectation? Is it too much of a good thing?
It is too much of a good. It's not going to happen. I think it's probably Cook and no Hopkins. That'll do it for us. The water cooler is next with Rico. We are live at Blur Tailgate, 12th and Cass in Omaha. Stop on by. We'll see you soon. More next on 937 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore with the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Want to sell your business? You need someone to confidentially find the right buyer. Whether you're planning a future exit strategy or you need to sell now, we're here to help. Transworld Business Advisors of Lincoln. Call 402-413-1095.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com. where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably Or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we are looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Gather round. This is the Ticket Water Cooler.
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
Coming at you live in the heart of Lincoln, America.
I say, hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right.
On air and online at theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Jake Bakoven and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
Well, Enrique Alvarez Clary is here, better known as Rico. I am joining you live from the Blur Parties tailgate down here in Omaha, as we've got the College World Series taking place a block away from us. And I am not joined by Bach, as he is helping out with that. I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the boss, the big dog, Derek Pearson.
Bach lost facial hair. What's going on, man?
You got a little taller?
What happened?
Got a nice tan. It's all
What
good.
happened, Bach?
He's doing his own thing.
Live your life, man.
This is what happens.
Live your life.
He gets out there and he just lets loose, and he's like, "Look, I'm just running around." I actually don't know exactly what he's doing. I just know he's working the College World Series and doing his thing out there.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what he does.
Bach is a very mysterious person. Like I've said to Nick multiple times, I've worked with him for, I don't know, maybe 5 years on and off, and I barely know him.
Who is more mysterious, Chris Raff or Jake Bakoven?
Ooh.
Like, we know so little
about both of them.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
they're around all the time.
They're almost like the same person.
They're around people the same. But we know nothing about them.
They both know like a lot of people for some strange reason.
Right? Just random.
Like
hey,
I knew some pretty popular people, some
Right.
pretty important people, and it's
Right.
like, how do you know this person? It's like, I ran into him once in a bathroom in a hotel one time, and we became best friends.
Which you always go, well.
Yeah, it's like, we became friends. I don't know.
That's an interesting
just
meeting.
weird stuff. But no, this is the Ticket Water Cooler, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Again, we're live from the Blur Parties tailgate out at the Hilton Omaha in Omaha, Nebraska. The College World Series taking place. Game 1 starts, well, our pregame on 93.7 The Ticket starts at 12:40, so we will be taking you up until then. The first game will start at 1 o'clock, and that'll be TCU and Oral Roberts, followed by LSU and Tennessee. We'll get you a little bit of our coverage in between there as well. But DP, I wanted to mention something because everybody's talking about all the football commits because, people are committing now and the recruiting period is open and there's no more dead period. There's also another recruiting period that opened, and that is volleyball. And Nebraska volleyball, as is expected, is kind of out here doing their thing. They got 3 commits over the weekend and a portion of last week as well, from the number 5 overall, number 36, and number 6 overall players in the country.
Let's say those numbers again, just for point of reference.
Number 5, number 6, and number 36 overall players in the country.
Now,
overall athletes for volleyball in the country.
What would happen if Nebraska football, basketball, or baseball ever garnered that level of success in the top 10 of recruits in the country?
Well, it would go wild.
What would happen?
This place would go wild.
Like
Lincoln would self-destruct if you got the number 6 overall player. And mind you, the number 5 overall athlete, Campbell Flynn, is a 6'2" setter out of Oakland Charter Township, Michigan.
Different.
And she's the number 1 setter in the class of 2025, which means Nebraska volleyball will get 3 of the number 1 setters in the past 5 years.
Back to back to back, you've done well, right?
So it was 2 years ago, they got Kennedy Orr.
Yeah.
This last recruiting class, they got Bergen Riley. And in 2 recruiting classes, they will get Campbell Flynn. So I guess 3 out of the last 6 number 1 setters in the country.
We're going to call
will be
that
at
back to
Nebraska.
back to back just because.
Why not?
Because
It's ridiculous.
We like saying
That doesn't happen. They've had 3 back-to-back number 1 overall classes.
What is it? Have we figured out what that is? What is it that's happening under John Cook? That, I mean, winning is the ultimate answer.
It's the top
winning
of the top.
is
but
the
they
ultimate
haven't,
answer. But
they haven't won a national title since 2007. I'm going to be wrong.
But
if
that's
people are
chicken or egg.
Yeah.
Are you winning games because of your recruits and your talent?
Or are you getting the
Or
talent?
are you getting the talent because you've won at the level that you've won? And I think some of it should be, we should look into it. Like, we should dive deep, because is it John Cook and his coaching staff? Is it the resources? Is it playing at the Devaney Center where things sell and it's full? Is it the fan base and the way it responds to not only the volleyball team as a team, but the young ladies as well? NIL, what's the impact?
Yeah.
What does it mean? Does it change the way conversations are had and business are done in Nebraska when it comes to women athletics? Is that important? Is that a thing? Then sustaining that over years and in the Big Ten Conference.
Yeah.
Like you're doing it in
one of, if not the hardest,
right?
Volleyball conference in the nation. I want to say I keep spelling this wrong for whatever reason. I want to say that it's more coaching than it is the recruits, because if you look at the coaching tree that is branched off from John Cook, you look at where some of these people have landed, and they're not traditional volleyball powers, but they're not slouches either. But Kentucky's volleyball coach, which I cannot remember his name for the life of me, I believe it's Craig, and I can't remember his last name. He won a national title with Kentucky in 2021, I believe, because 2020 maybe it was 2020. And it was the first SEC volleyball national championship ever. The SEC had not won a volleyball national championship until Kentucky had won it. They weren't the first to make the finals, as Florida's done it multiple times and other schools have done it, but they were the first to win that. And it's not like Kentucky was devoid of talent, but they weren't a team that was making noise in the NCAA tournament before he got there. You look at Kayla Banworth, who has now moved on from Ole Miss. That program, when she took over in that first year, won, I think, 5 matches. And then the next season, they were in the NCAA tournament.
There is a method to the madness. What I love in this is that it fully discloses that in a major program, a major sport, a revenue sport, that you can have success in Nebraska. Like, that continually feeds this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would ask, if you're managing to recruit 3 top 10 athletes to your program, and it's not like this is the first time you've done it.
No.
And you're doing it without NIL being the main driving force.
You were doing this before NIL was even.
You were doing this before. And then I asked the question, what does it do to NIL? Because in order to maintain that, at some point, somebody who is pursuing Nebraska volleyball is going to say, well, if they're not putting money into their women's programs, we will.
And it's not like Nebraska isn't putting money into their women's programs.
They're part of the 1890. We know that. But then the question becomes, when it becomes an arms race at this level in women's athletics.
Yes.
And Nebraska is in the conversation now, right? Volleyball, top of the conversation. Track and field, top of the conversation. Bowling, top of the conversation. Basketball, where you're there. Softball, you're a year away from winning the Big Ten Conference, and you just brought home the best player in college softball.
Yes.
So you become not the chase. You're being chased now.
You have become the hunter. You are no longer the hunted.
Right.
You are the hunted. You are no longer the hunted.
You're close to becoming the standard.
Yeah.
For how women's athletic business is being done. And we don't know all the particulars on what those numbers are.
No.
But we should probably seek and pay attention to. So kudos to John Cook and that staff, Jalen Reyes specifically, who goes out and he's out on the road. You know, we get our favorite text from Jalen letting you know, hey, I got another one. Hey,
I need to get in that group chat. I need to get in that text circle real fast.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. And then, oh, by the way, in a month from now, you're going to play in front of a record crowd for women's volleyball.
Possibly a world record crowd for just women's sports in general.
Like,
I think it's 91,280 something is the world record. And they were, last I checked, at 91. But that's without the box seating, and I don't know if it counts all of the – I think there's still some standing room only on the field available.
Well, and they're still selling those, I believe.
Yes, I believe that
text line, let us know if we're wrong. But I think they're still selling those. But this only further engages us in that conversation. What is John Cook doing so well? Why are they choosing Nebraska? And then how do you maintain it? Why isn't it happening in other programs? I need to know, what are you doing in baseball, basketball, football, if you cannot accomplish what the women are accomplishing? Look, softball changes the game.
Yeah.
Look, for what volleyball does, it's its own universe. But softball just literally flipped college athletics and NIL and transfer portal on its ear. Like, it flipped it. It's upside down world, because none of the analytics other than home. Home and an existing, right? You still know that Ronda Ravel has to be exceptional in order for that to be a thing you consider. So don't have the Jordy Ball conversation without giving kudos to Ronda Ravel and her staff.
I mean, if it wasn't, because you could think about it this way, there's 2 other programs that are much closer to home for her, where if it weren't for Ronda, and for what Ronda Ravel has done with the Nebraska program, Jordy easily could have gone to UNO or Creighton. If they were all the same, she could have easily gone to any of those.
It's fantastic, right? That John Cook and Jalen Reyes and that staff has figured out, one, how to curate these leaders into their program from an early age, a high school, maybe a middle school age.
These are high school sophomores committing right now.
Who come to camp when they're 12, 13, 14 years old, I believe. They come to camp, they get to see the facility, they get to meet the stars that carry everything, they get to become consistent in their relationships and communications with the coaching staff. They get to come to a game and actually see themselves as a part of the Husker volleyball program. that the same thing happens for softball. That the young ladies who play travel ball and elite softball in the state of Nebraska can now say, well, not only can we consider going to Nebraska, we can see ourselves at Nebraska, and then we can see ourselves in Geordie Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And we could do this together.
Like, this is a person who came from where I came from. This is a person who played on the same club team that I played on. Shout out to Nebraska Gold for having all of these crazy athletes. You look at Ruby Malin, I believe she also played for Nebraska Gold, and she's out there as a true freshman being the ace for Washington, who made it to the Women's College World Series.
Family legacy. For family, when the family knows Nebraska athletics at a high level, I don't know, that's a name that's in the Nebraska Hall of Fame.
Maybe.
Right? So you actually understand that. As a matter of fact, Dad was on the station a little bit ago having conversations. To think that the women's athletic programs, plural, are doing what we wish the men's programs would do, and they're doing it without the said resources that are the things of importance to do it.
Doing it without all the fanfare.
Well,
they're not getting like, they're getting fanfare. They're getting love, but they're not getting the same amount of love that football or basketball or baseball gets. Like I understand that volleyball is still very popular in this state, but if you take a volleyball post where they sign the number 1 recruit in the nation, and you take a football post where they sign the number, let's go 52 player in the nation.
When was the last time they signed
I don't know. I'm just throwing 52 because if it was 1, it's going to get obviously a bunch of just 52. It's getting more traction than the number 1 volleyball player in the nation.
What's the highest ranked football player to commit to Nebraska in the last 5 years?
Ooh.
Like that's the
Would it have been Wandale? He was top 150. I know Malachi was top 150. I don't know where he ended up.
Right, like I think that's the conversation that needs to be had. In basketball, you at least see 2 names in the last last 4 years. Baseball, I would think Bryce Matthews and Max Anderson, but I'm not sure.
I think it's Max. I think he was the highest rated.
But didn't he commit somewhere else first?
He was committed to Texas A&M. COVID hit. Texas A&M said they were keeping all their players, so he fell into and this isn't a slight to the Nebraska baseball coaching staff. He fell into their laps. He's coming out of Millard West. He's going to A&M. We all know this. He's just a different player. They decide, hey, we're bringing all of these seniors back. We don't have room for you. He's like, okay, I'll just go home then.
So we got a couple of either Turner Corcoran or Thomas Fedoni. And I don't know that they're in the top 100 players in the country.
Turner Corcoran and Thomas Fedoni were almost 5 stars. Malachi was also almost. It's got to be one of those 3.
Right? And think about it that way. That Nebraska volleyball is doing it consistently.
Oh yeah.
That now Nebraska softball is in the Sharks tank.
Mm-hmm.
Like they literally jumped from the kiddie pool into the Shark tank.
Right away.
Like
didn't take a beat. Didn't take a beat.
I know that. Get this. I know for a fact that Nebraska bowling signed the number 1 high school bowler in the country.
There you go.
And that's the second time in 3 years because Jillian Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It may be 3. And they're not doing it through NIL. They're not this is what this will get me on a fire tangent.
With that's winning, that's coaching, that's tradition, that's building upon everything that you've done, and then NIL is just also there as like a hey, we've got this to give to. Here's a cookie. Like that's for especially for like bowling. I don't know how great the NIL packages for bowling are. But it's just, hey, you're fantastic. Here's what we can do for you. Here's how many national championships we've won. Here's our, Hall of Fame coach, or all of these amazing players who go on to play professional. And here's a cookie of some NIL money.
I think Akers is the top sponsor for Nebraska bowling. I'm not sure that if that's the case for Nebraska basketball. I'm pretty sure that, that may be a part of the conversation for softball and volleyball. But it's happening at Nebraska in the athletic department. And I'm just trying to wrap my brain around why the 3 top revenue sports can't figure out how to get that done at the level that the women are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a way. We know that there's a way to do it now. And it's not all about NIL.
No.
It's not. It's just not.
No.
And I think that the direction of resources, let me ask you this question. This is where folks, a text line, let me know. That if you put an additional 10% of all NIL money into the women's athletic program, how many national championships do you win? If you added one more top-tier NIL athlete to every Nebraska women's sport, how many of them? One, you can see four or five of them winning the Big Ten Conference.
So I would say, if we go by like season, I would say volleyball probably wins the Big Ten, and I mean they're always there.
They win the Natty.
Yeah, probably
win
the Natty.
Bowling wins the Natty.
Bowling wins the Natty.
Track and field wins the Natty with one more sprinter that could run.
She'd have to run 2-3 events.
Well, she's a sprinter and the relay.
They finished 8th this year.
Yeah, sprinter.
I could see them in the top 3. You need like
they're gonna win it all.
You
Rico.
need 2 more.
They're gonna win it all. Well, look, if you're adding 10% more,
yeah, you need 2
that's
more.
2 more.
You need 2 more who are in the top 5 in both of their events.
Right.
It's just the points thing. You know.
If you added one 5-star, 4-star women's basketball player,
you're in the tournament and you're making it to at least the Elite 8.
Right. Softball,
Women's College World Series. I don't know about Natty, but I would. If you add one more with Jordy, yeah, Natty.
Gymnastics. You're in the top 18, top 15 now.
You're making nationals. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So we can see that. Now let's do that with basketball.
Men's basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, you're making it. You're winning a game. Like you're getting that monkey off your back.
Like you hope. Right.
Like
you hope.
Yeah. No.
Baseball. Baseball. Let's say the best.
You make the tournament. You probably
does
win
the
Big
best
Ten.
baseball player in the country transferring Nebraska put them in the NCAA tournament?
Who would be the best? Who's
any
player
from LSU or Virginia?
Is it the LSU outfielder or the shortstop?
Either one from
Whichever one of
LSU or
them?
Virginia. Either one of them.
I would say you're in the tournament, probably making a super.
If Caleb Williams becomes a Husker, do the Huskers win the Big Ten Conference? No. If they get Caleb Williams and Wisconsin's running back, do they win the Big Ten Conference?
No.
If they get the best offensive lineman, the best quarterback, and the best running back, do they win the Big Ten Conference? They're still not Ohio State or Michigan.
They win the West.
The West that won't exist anymore.
Well, we're just talking this year.
Right.
We need one more. We need one more year. One more year.
That's like
if you're going to next year, and if you're going no divisions, and you're going all that stuff, then no, they don't. I don't know.
The only program, the 2 programs that I can say that if you just took 10% of all NIL money,
you just had one more
and applied it to any other program other than the 3 major men's sports, that you would track and field, men's track and field, your national level, right?
You're top 10.
Wrestling, you're
already there. So yeah,
you're in the top 5 now, right? So
let's get you more points. So you're right there,
right? Like, you understand?
Yeah,
that you allow the narrative to put you in a weird place, and you could stick to just what you've done. But would you rather exist in a Nebraska athletic fandom where you're winning 11 Big Ten Conference championships and you're still who you are in football, but you're better in basketball, better in baseball, you're at national championship level in those 6 women's sports and 2 other men's sports? Which fandom?
Sounds nice.
Right? Which, I mean,
everybody wants football because it's the biggest of all of the sports.
And you would take football being a national champion over everything else.
Yeah.
Right? You would, or would you?
But if you're national level in everything else, and you're not even the worst, you're middle of the pack. Like, let's say you're making a bowl game, but you're never competing for the top of the top in football. But you're always there.
If you added 5 4-star players to Nebraska football, I'm not sure you're in the Ohio State. You're Wisconsin.
No, you know what? You're Texas.
That sounds way too right.
You're Texas. They have 5 stars all over the field. When are they competing? When's the last time they competed for a national championship?
It's fascinating to me. Because I was on this panel this weekend, and they literally asked that question, and I asked them, what would you rather be?
Mm-hmm.
Would you? And they said, well, think about it. Alabama wins in football and softball, and they're competitive in the other sports.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska has every resource to be national championship competitive in the 21-22 sports, in 12 of them, if you simply refocused 10% of your resources to them.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you choose that?
If one big donor for football just decided to split up their money between the other sports.
Yeah, we'll have the text line. The text line they have a couple of really cool things. Rico, let's get to those. Yeah, throw us a break. Let's get to those.
All right, you're listening to Ticket Water Cooler here on 93.7 Ticket. Again, we are live from the Blur Tailgate down here in Omaha, about a block away from Charles Schwab Field. We'll be right back with the Ticket Water Cooler.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppell discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake. Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
The new season of the Nebraska Lottery's Lucky for Life Ticket Snap promotion is here. Until July 10th, buy a Lucky for Life ticket and enter the voucher number for a chance to win Nebraska football Skybox season tickets, regular Nebraska football season tickets, single game Nebraska football tickets, an incredible weekend football experience, or tickets to Volleyball Day in Nebraska. So snap to it and enter today. Lucky for Life top prize odds, 1 in 30 million.
What are you doing, hon? I thought we were going to pick up our Powerball with Power Play and Double Play tickets.
Hold on, I have to sit through this video meeting for work.
Do they realize how big the Powerball jackpot is?
I know, but these blowhards keep rambling on.
I don't want to miss my chance to win millions of dollars.
Well, neither do I, but how do I get these win bags to speed it up?
Dave, you're not on mute.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Play Powerball from the Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds, 1 in 292 million.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to the Ticket Water Cooler on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to the Ticket Water Cooler here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. I am Rico, joined by DP down here at the Blur Tailgate at the Hilton Omaha, just a block south of Charles Schwab Field here in Omaha for the College World Series. We're talking about the other sports in Nebraska, not just football. We're talking about volleyball, baseball, basketball, women's basketball, bowling, etc., track and field, all of that. And what would your guys' thoughts be? 402-464-5685, Honda Lincoln Hotline, Sartor Heyman text line. If Nebraska was winning natties or competing for natties in every other sport, would you take mediocre football or would you take national champion football and nothing else in the other sports? That's kind of the question.
And you can't bury the other sport.
You can't. You need them.
Like it has to happen.
Yeah,
and
you need the other sports.
The college and the athletic department requires it. Compliance requires.
Yeah,
so
like you're just going to
forget the idea that you can just say drop everything else and focus on football.
No, you're just going to have bad other sports.
Yeah.
And I think me and DP are in agreement that having national championship contenders in 21 of 22 sports and having decent football, not national championship, but just like okay football, I'd be okay with that. I would be fine with a national championship in volleyball, a national championship in softball, women's basketball in the natty, men's basketball in the natty, track and field in the top 5 or top 3 year after year, men's and women's, bowling with a nat. I would be okay with that. And football having 8 wins and going to a bowl game.
Yeah. It's just the thing. And again, some intelligent sports minds were in the same space asking that question of what would you do? What would your preference be? And how much easier it would be to translate and transfer that over there, right? To translate over there. To win. I mean, somebody said, you want to be like Iowa Sports? No,
because Iowa's not.
They're not that program.
No, they're not competing at a national level in every other sport.
The distance between Nebraska being great and the other programs is minimal.
Yeah,
it's minimal. There is a huge monumental leap required for football, basketball, and baseball. That was the point of the discussion. Was again in the redirection and reallocating and rechanneling of current resources. You could make a monumental leap in all of the other sports. It's going to take a lot more work. It would take more collective work to raise all those national championships than it would for you to get football to championship.
Yeah.
It would take more work. Way more work, way more resources.
You're going to need a lot better, a lot more athletes to win a national title in football than in all of the other sports.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're mutually exclusive. I'm saying that if you can make a choice. You can sit and just wait and see what happens, or you can make a choice to change your focus.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Look, you can ride the ship wherever you want. Be careful who you attach your clutch. It could be a stud horse, or it could be a top.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here on the Ticket Water Cooler. Again, we're down here at the Blur Tailgate in Omaha. Come join us. We're having a great time, but you've got some College World Series action coming up next on 93.7 The Ticket, so keep it tuned here. Listen to you some baseball. Oral Roberts and who are they playing again? And TCU, Oral Roberts and TCU coming up next on 93.7 The Ticket.
The Nebraska Lottery presents one beautiful crazy scratch ticket and promotion. It's the $5 Living Lucky with Luke Combs scratch ticket with a $50,000 top prize.